Hi everyone, I'm Michael and today I'm going to talk about enhancing augmented reality experiences with object recognition in Flutter. So, AR is no longer just a futuristic concept, it is transforming industries from education and healthcare to gaming and business. And with the power of Flutter, we can bring these immersive experiences to mobile applications efficiently. So let's start off with an example, such as Pokemon Go. So in Pokemon Go, it allows players to catch and train Pokemon in the real world using their smartphones. But how exactly did this happen? So the game used something called as augmented reality, which basically blends virtual Pokemon characters with real world locations, creating an immersive experience that got millions of people exploring their surroundings. So what is augmented reality? Augmented reality is nothing but a technology that combines the real world with virtual elements. This technology combines computer generated virtual objects with real world images in real time. So, it allows users to interact with virtual objects while still seeing their physical surroundings. AR can be experienced through smartphones, tablets, AR glasses, and headsets, and it's basically anything which allows digital objects to blend seamlessly with the real environment. So we are mostly familiar and we hear the term virtual reality. So what is the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality? Well, in virtual reality, it completely puts users in a fully digital environment. And whereas in augmented reality, it keeps the users in the real world while adding interactive digital objects. So for example, in virtual reality, you wear a headset and you completely enter a fully virtual space like a video game. Whereas in augmented reality, you use your phone or augmented reality glasses to see the digital elements like Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and it's basically you're still in the real surrounding. So what are the usage areas of augmented reality? Well, number one is education. So augmented reality brings learning in life by making lessons more interactive. So for example, an app like Merge Edu allows students to explore 3D models of the human body and also like planets and historical artifacts right from their devices. Another example is in the field of medical. So in healthcare, AR is revolutionizing medical training and diagnosis. So surgeons use AR tools like Microsoft HoloLens to visualize 3D models of organs while performing complex surgeries, improving their precision and patient outcomes. And the last example is tourism. So augmented reality enhances travel experience by providing, you can see, a real-time information. So like apps like the Google Lens, for example, allows tourists to scan landmarks and see historical details, while museums use augmented reality to create interactive exhibits that bring history to life. So one of the most excited advancements in augmented reality is object recognition. So by integrating object recognition into augmented reality, we can create smarter applications that understand and interact with physical objects. So now how do we bring this technology into our application? So this is where Flutter comes into play. Flutter, Google's UI toolkit, allows us to build cross-platform applications efficiently, and it supports augmented reality development to libraries and integrations such as the AR Core and the AR Kit. So AR Core is Google's AR development platform for Android devices. whereas ARKit is Apple's AR development framework for iOS devices such as Apple. By integrating AR Core and ARKit into Flutter, developers can create an immersive augmented reality experience that recognize and interact with objects in real time. So what are the assets used? So unlike standard images, augmented reality applications require 3D assets in the format like the .gltf or the .glb files. These files allow for highly detailed and interactive 3D models, bringing digital objects to life in augmented reality environments. So let's get started and let's code a project. So let's start from scratch and let's create a new project in Flutter. Update it in this, and let's call the project AR_Earth, all in small letters. So this is our main screen. So for now we can clear this code. We'll minimize this and clear this code. We can also clear this code as well. So first we'll create a new file which will hold a service for to show that to display the AR object, that is the earth. So earth_AR_screen. We'll start off by importing first the package. Material. And then we'll create a stateful widget, and let's call it AR screen, AR earth screen. Enter. Okay, and let's see. Okay, we forgot to add a semicolon here. So now we created the AR earth screen, and we'll have to start building the scaffold. And yeah, so for first we'll just have a simple app bar, which is and we'll have the title as let's say AR earth map, and we can just, for better UI, we can have the center title as true. Okay. So, and then we'll have the body. So this is where we'll actually implement and integrate the augmented reality code into the screen. So we'll have the body, and we'll have a so you can see so this is the function of the AR cube, but you can see it is giving an error, and that is because we haven't imported the dependencies. So let's go and import the dependencies. So this is the dependency I'll import. It's the AR core flutter underscore plugin, and I'll copy this command and I'll run it in my terminal. And this is the plugin. If you're an if you're a MacBook user, you can use this. This is solely for iOS devices. And now let's import the dependency into our project. So, oh, not yet, because we haven't imported the library yet. So we'll have to add a function which will be called, whenever we call this, it should be calling a function. So for that we'll have to do on AR core view, and the function will be augmented reality view create. So this will be called whenever the AR view is created. So we'll have to create the function. So create getter, and we can remove this for now, and the function. And first we need to have a controller which it will take. So AR controller and core controller we call, and so we'll initialize the AR core controller. Sorry, AR core controller is equal to the core controller. So we have to initialize this, we have to define this object overall. Sorry for the and we'll have to put a null safety here. And yeah, we've defined this variable, the AR core controller, and this will basically handle the AR objects in the scene. And now after calling this, we'll need to display the AR object in our screen, in the mobile screen. So for that we'll call a function, we'll create a function called display earth map. And we'll pass the AR core controller in this. So I'll have to create a function, and I'll just use this quick fix, create method, and inside this method, so first we'll need to import the image. So for that we'll use an image which I created over here. And so this is the image I'll be importing from, and I'll download it from here. So as you can see, we've imported the images over here. So now we need to add this into our pubspec.yaml file. So we'll go right at the bottom where we have to create it, and so in this case we'll import all the images which are under the images folder, and we'll run the pub. So so now we need to load the earth texture image. So now we need to load the earth texture image into the app from the assets. So for that we used the final byte data, and we call it texture bytes, and we'll await because it's a asynchronous function. So root bundle, no, it is root bundle dot load, and assets, no, this is the images, and what's the name, earth underscore map dot jpg. So this basically loads the earth texture image from the assets, and we need to create a material file. So we have to put the asynchronous here. Final materials and final materials is equal to AR core material. So this function basically creates an AR material with and applies the loaded texture. So for that, we'll give it a base color. So let's call the color for now, we'll keep it as colors.blue. Texture bytes as texture bytes dot buffer dot as list. Yep. So we've created the materials, semicolon, and now we have to create the sphere. So basically the sphere applies the earth texture. So we'll create a sphere, final sphere is equal to AR core sphere, and yeah, so materials will be, we'll have to pass in this materials from on top over here. So let's do that, and yeah, semicolon, and now we have to create the AR core node, which is the earth sphere. So for that we have to create final node is equal to AR core node, and in this we pass the shape, which is a sphere. And so for now we'll have to give it a position, where exactly do we want the sphere. So we'll give it a vector, we'll define a vector 64 dot vector 3 0 0 minus 1.5. And so this is giving an error because we haven't defined we haven't imported the package. So we'll have to import the package vector underscore math vector underscore math vector underscore math 64, and we'll call it as vector 64, and so we'll add the vector math to our dependencies, which directly calls it, and as you can see the errors are resolved. Next, we have to add a semicolon here, and then we have the AR core controller dot add core node and node semicolon. So we have to add the null safety, and yeah, we've solved the issues. So we have to call this method in the main file, so we can remove this and write earth Oh, we just call AR Earth screen, and it automatically imports our file. And so yeah, and so yes, so this is our final. This is all we had to do to create the app, and now let's run it and test it. So as you can see, our app is working and the earth is being displayed on the screen. So what is the future of augmented reality in Flutter? Well, with AI powered object recognition, augmented reality applications will become even more intelligent and immersive. Whether in education, business, or entertainment, augmented reality in Flutter is opening up to unlimitless possibilities. As developers, we have the power to shape this future. By combining AR, Flutter, and object recognition, we can create applications that transform how people interact with the world around them. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this session.